And we're live. Welcome back to Hawk Gaming. If this is your first time here, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. Meteoroid, welcome. Great to see you back. And we are going to be streaming some World of Warcraft and discussing the overall review. My thoughts, my feelings about the game so far. And personally, I think it's been a pretty good launch so far. I think everything has been overall on the upswing. Now, there was a few times there for a couple minutes, but I was not too happy with it. Because it was, well, for example, one of the flight paths wouldn't let me go anywhere and I was stuck. Hey, Kelly, welcome. Glad to have you. And like I was just saying, I'm just getting settled in. We are going to be talking about World of Warcraft, the overall, how it's been so far, for me at least. And I have to say, so far I'm enjoying it. Nick Tanner, welcome. Glad to have you. And just go ahead and, if, like I've said, if you've not been here before, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you have been here, welcome back. But overall, what are your guys' thoughts on the game overall so far? Are you enjoying it? Has it been a disaster waiting to happen, or what? For me, I started out and I was going to power level the characters that I have, and I was going to get them all the way to 60, and then it come to me that doing that is great, but doing something else is even better, and that's making gold. And that's what I'm going to be covering in the days to come. I am going to be looking into everything gold making. Okay, if it's not gold making, then I'm not going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing videos on how you can make gold, how you can pick the best class and race to make that gold, the best zone to start out in, and a lot of other tricks and tips that I've thought of. Still wrapping my head around the Covenant stuff and what is best for a class and spec that is underplayed. What class and spec are you looking at? For example, I have a little bit of everything. Matter of fact, if you take a look, I have right at 50 characters, 37 or so, let's see exactly. I have 40 on this server, 2 and 2 on, so 44 characters in all. And I play each and every one of them to the degree that it's needed. But overall, I play my hunter, so. Holy Priest. Now that's one that I thought you might want to know that your YouTube put, they added a cap for Shadowlands mount. So if you get a mount, you have to be level 60 to learn it. You know, I've seen somebody say something about that, and I'll get to that in just a minute. But back to Nick Tanner's comment about the Holy Priest. Holy Priest is not one that I've ever really played. I play Priest. I play multiple different kinds of Priest. For example, different races. I do like the Priest, but I'm always a Shadow Priest kind of person. I'm more into, hey, let's rip this up than I am anything else. So unfortunately, I can't help you out on that. What I can do is go ahead and look into it and make a video for you. Now, as far as Meteoroid, your comment, I had seen somebody. I guess one of my followers, one of my people who watch me on stream and on videos, which is always great. But one of my followers messaged me the other day and he's like, "What gives with this stupid mount? I got the mount. I want to learn the mount, but for some reason I cannot learn it whatsoever." And I'll be honest with you, I thought, well, maybe he's just not to the level that he needs to be as far as training, does he have the riding skill that's needed? But once we dug into it and we looked at it together, it had nothing to do with his riding skill, because he had max skill on riding as much as anybody could. What it did have a lot to do with, though, was the fact that he was only 56, I want to say, 50, 55, 56, and that he couldn't learn it yet. So that was a new one on me. Personally, I always thought that if you learn it, then if it drops, boom, you should be able to learn it. You should be able to use it. But apparently they don't look at it that way. Now, as far as I've had a few want to know what covenant I went with myself. And I'm not going to beat around the bush. I went for the armor and the mount that I liked. And that was the Valentry, I guess is how it's pronounced. That's what I'm going to call it, at least. And so that's where I was, the Ventura campaign. Right. Okay, so I am going to go with that because I enjoy the armor, which I've still to get. I can't wait because it makes you look like a gargoyle. And also the mount looks freaking awesome. So what covenant did you guys go with so far? And why did you pick the covenant that you did? Like I said, I was fully intended to power level, to bulldoze through, and to get to 60 on as many characters as I can. But then I started to think, getting to 60, anybody can do. Making gold is something that a lot of people may or may not be able to do as easy. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Getting back on track, as they say. Now, I will say this. A few of the items that I've found, for example, if I can... Okay. Here you go. Thread and work your own belt with an all-in-one belt repair kit. Now, I'm I'm assuming that either that makes it to where your belt automatically repairs itself, more or less indestructible, or that it could be like a repair box. So the buckle is perfect shape. Maybe someone in Wayne Crypt Hill can help you create a new belt with it. So, does anybody know what this is for right off? My main pally tank is carrying because the amazing damage with divine toll. Okay, that's awesome. I'm trying to find this item. It may be on my other character, but I was hoping it would be on this one. I can't remember. Anyway, when you click on it, it's supposed to give so many anime to your covenant. So I was thinking it was on this character. I may be wrong though. But I was hoping to be able to get that to work and show you guys. Let's see. Maybe I have it in my mail. A lot of times if I'm running out of space, I'll mail things to my other character and then have it bounce back. But let's head on out and do a few world quests. Overall, and I gotta bring up my map. Overall, the mall I absolutely hate. I hate it as far as being in the mall, and stuff. You can't ride, you can't do anything except run. Which, thankfully, on my hunter, I have a aspect of the cheetah makes me run a little bit quicker. Every, what is it? 2.4 minutes. But overall, I think that, the mall is one of the worst places in the game. I don't like it whatsoever. But as far as being able to make gold, the mall is the bomb. Why? Because there's herbs in the mall that most people are not going to ever want to go back and get. They don't want to go back to the mall because it's horrible, I mean, why would they want to go back, right? But if you're looking at it from a gold making aspect, you automatically are going to love the herbs and stuff you get from there. Now here on the screen you can see the reward for this particular world quest gives the Dark Haven Soul Lantern. Infuse 35 stored anime into your Covenant's reservoir. Now, I'm assuming, and if anybody knows anything about this, please let me know. I'm assuming that that's kind of like how you gain renown, that and doing the World Quest Prevail. Anybody know? And I will say, if you are going to be leveling a character, there's a few things that you can do without. But there's one thing that you absolutely cannot make it without when you're starting out. And especially right now, I mean, heck, we don't even have flying yet, right? So yes, we can go out and do world quests, but we can't fly. Well, I can, and I will, and here's how. I just go jump off a cliff, and I use my Leveling glider. Now, I don't know if you guys play the auction a lot. I know I typically do on one character, and on my other ones I try to stay away from it as much as possible. So it is definitely a good thing to have your goblin gliders, and then to make as much of the things that you can make that people are going to want. For example, I made the helmet here. Gives me 40 agility, 68 stamina, 40 critical strike, 40 mastery, and increases my engineering by 20, which allows me also to look far into the distance. Now this, if I wanted to, I could sell for 44 gold, some of them 43 gold, but they are awesome items. Now, be sure you know what you're making before you make it. This one I just made because I wanted to level up as quick as possible. But, like for example, this, it's soulbound, I can't sell it. These, on the other hand, I can, and I do sell quite a bit of. The Emperor Green Reflex Sight, always a good seller. So let's see here. I need to get to that world quest. At least out here I can mount up. So let's climb up as high as we can, then we're going to jump. Okay. So far, and I want to thank each and every one of you for joining. So far, what are your thoughts about the overall of Shadowlands? I know there's some who speculated that it would be horrible, but it was not going to be good at all. And, to those people, that's their belief, and I'm not going to try to tell them that they're wrong, but in all honesty, I think they might be. Maldruxus, I'm not a fan of either. In all honesty, my favorite out of all the zones would have to be none other than Bastion. Yeah, I think they underestimated us too because they didn't realize just how quick we would level up. And in that way, I do think it may have been an oversight, if you want to put it that way, from Blizzard. I think they may have over or underestimated us. They thought that we would take longer to level, and we're not. We're burning through it in a heartbeat, and people are. I think the new max level, I do believe somebody had said, was from 1 to 60. The time used was, what was it? I want to say 6 hours, 15 minutes. And that is totally freaking insane. Because if you think about it, the whole thing that they claimed they wanted to do with this expansion was to make it not rougher, but more time consuming, I guess is the best way of putting it, to level up. They wanted to make it so that it would not be so easy and that we would take longer to level. Well, guess what? We're not. People are burning through it in a freaking heartbeat. And that is something I'm sure they'll nuke in the future. I'm almost positive they will. How the heck do I get to this? Okay. Maybe I have to go around. Oh, I will say this: if you're not already one who has picked a profession, pick one. Personally, on this character, I went with the ones I've already had, and that was herbalism and engineering. On my druid, however, and that is the one that I'm leveling up as we speak. On my druid, I did go with a lot more profitable um, profession. I went with the mining and skinning because from what I've seen, skinning is absolutely fantastic. Okay, what in the world have I done here? Okay. In my opinion, if are you doing it to craft things, or are you just wanting to make go? If because the answer to that question will be a very big decision maker as to what the answer will be. If you're after it to make gold and you could care less about the rest, then it's a lot easier. If you're wanting to make gear for your character or for a character of yours, then it becomes a little bit more difficult. But okay, gold making, great, 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 great. And like I said, be sure to keep an eye out because I'm going to be releasing a lot of videos, and the videos are going to tell you how to make a lot of gold. Um, First, professions. If you don't have them, pick one up. On this character, herbalism. Now, let me show you just a few of the herbs that I'm looking at here. Now, this herb here, the smuggled Azerothian produce, which is actually not an herb. I'm looking at it wrong here. These herbs, depending, and right now the TSM and um, Undermine Journal, the best way on earth to tell what you're looking at is, and I'm going to bring Undermine Journal over. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the herbs. Okay. That's kind of odd. It's showing Battle for Azeroth, but it's not showing. Well, for example, let's go with an herb that I think it's called Death Moss or Death something. Okay, Widow Bloom. Let's look at it. Widow Bloom automatically is one of the herbs you're going to be picking, and you're going to pick quite a bit of them. So let's look at the price on the Undermined Journal. Widow Bloom. Okay, Widow Bloom right now is selling on my server for 120 gold each. Okay, now Widow Bloom is givered by, of course, herbalists, and it can be bought or sold. But I was hoping that it would show what you get that from the most, like what zone or whatever, but it don't. But that's how I always pick up what something's worth, okay? And to be very, very, very honest with you, I think that skinning has been underestimated for a very long time, and skinning is one of your better. Um, I honestly think it's one of your better ones. Okay. Let's see. Come on now. I'm still learning the covenants and how to get in and out of them. I need to get to the outside, not the inside. There we go. Okay. That's not cool. Okay. But yes, if you're just wanting to make gold, the absolute best possible way to do that is to go to your auction house. Do like I do. Go to your auction house and pick, for example, you want to look at herbs. Okay, look at your herbs. Find out what the herbs are for this expansion. Find out what they are for this expansion and check out the prices. If you're wanting something that's going to sell a lot of, and you're wanting something that's going to sell very high, skins or herbs. That's it. Personally, I am going to be leveling up my, of course, my characters that have crafting, but I'm not going to be doing it anytime soon. Now, this character was kind of the exception to the rule. I went ahead and leveled up engineering here, and I've already started on herbalism. But it is something that will take nowhere near the amount of time you may think it would, because, well, to be very honest with you, it took me less than 50 minutes to go from 1 to 100 on my engineering. Scanning took a little bit longer. Hey, by the way, would you guys be interested in seeing a guide that is going to tell you how to level up each and every profession in the game as we have now? If so, I will go ahead and be very happy to set that up, make sure that the guides are being put out for you guys, so that, for example, you want to level up herbalism. You know where to go. you know where to find the herbs that you need, you know. But like I said, just let me know if that's even something you're interested in. And that is one big drake. I'd like to make that a pet. Definitely, I will get on that, Ben, and get those up for you guys as soon as possible. Hmm. How in the heck? Okay, I'm going to have to run back. I'm going to have to go up this a different way. I will say that they have done very well as far as the overall on this. I think they've done very well with the design of the zones. Everything looks fresh. It does look very almost like a new game, you know. Now, straight up, the game it's been needing a little bit of a facelift for quite some time, right? We all know this. It's just needed it bad, and it got it. Now, I will say, but I am a little disappointed in one aspect of the game. We are going to the area of death, right? We're going to the we're going to the Shadowlands. The Shadowlands has always been described as death, the dead. You know, where everything is dead, and yet we are running around like a bunch of, you know, just like normal. Nothing changed. We're still here. We're still alive. Nobody's dead. And to me, that's kind of disappointing. Now, I'm not saying I wanted this to all, you know, all die and like be done. Let me keep from dying there for a minute. But I am going to say that I would like to see, well, for example, the storyline. The storyline could have went something like this. Sylvanas killed us all. We are now in the Shadowlands fighting to come home. Come home to Azeroth. We are in the Shadowlands because we are dead. Now, here in the Shadowlands, we are able to do a lot of things that we may not be able to do before, you know? Maybe fix it to where, you know, for God's sake, you're dead, you know? Just run, and if you want to jump off of a cliff, jump off that cliff. You're not going to die. And if you're not going to die, you know, it's no big deal. Now, I'm not saying don't fix it to where we can't die, because if you did that, it wouldn't be a game anymore. It would be us just running around doing whatever the heck we wanted to do. And that's never fun. Not at least in my opinion. You know, Just Incredible Productions. Hey Hawk, nice video. I've been playing Shadowlands as well, and I'm loving it. My favorite zone is Bastion as well, and Ardenwell. They are both beautiful zones. Also, Raven Draft is really... Hey, I totally agree, man. Absolutely. Loving the expansion so far. Raven Draft is really cool. I love the castle there. And the Gothic vampire thing. I wasn't really a fan of Maldroxus though, but it's okay. I totally agree. Maldroxus is not my thing, as they say. Wow, he's a big boy. Look at that thing. Wow. Okay, so where in the heck do I go to start this world quest now? Come on. Just let me start the quest and I'll leave you people be. Otherwise, I have to kill you all. Okay. I also think Bamal is really an interesting zone. Bamal has its advantages. I'll say that. Bamal has its definite advantages. It can be very, very, very interesting in that as a mall walker, as they called us this time around, uh, we we see a lot of stuff there in the mall that we don't see that much of on the land. Okay, like here where I'm at right now, I don't see as much of certain herbs or certain ores that I do in the mall. Favorite zones are Ardenweld and Bastion. I've been hearing a lot of people say that very self same thing. That Ardenwell, Bastion, that's their pick, and I honestly think that that could be. Okay, hold on. What do you give me? Uh, hmm. Rebels awakened and court attackers slain. Okay, this is a doable one. But, personally, I like my zones to be a little bit more interesting than some of the ones we've had in the past expansions. I like to be able to. Ooh, I like that. I like to be able to go about my way to find different things, to explore the zone, see things for the first time, and find it out for myself, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You know? Oh, now you shouldn't ought to have done that. Come up behind me and attack. Now I'm going to have to kill you. Okay. So, to me, I think the reason is the engagement of the zones. The Ardenwell makes you save people, and some Bastion and Maldroxus makes you kill enemies, and Ravendrift makes you betray people. You know, and that's what I gotta say, hats off to Blizzard. They absolutely did wonderful when it comes to the storylines. You know what I mean? The way that they drawed out things, the way they put the stories into effect is absolutely great. Okay? Want to save people? Go to this zone. Want to kill people? Go to that zone. And it is fantastic. Now, I will say, getting used to this art, the anime and all, that's definitely a new one to me. It is something that's going to take some getting used to. That and the just different things. For example, the Tower of Torghast, Tower of the Damned. Love, love, love it. Absolutely love that zone. It's fantastic, and it just gives you so much to do. You know, I mean, yes, you're not going to go in and get to Torghast Tower to Dam level 555 in just a few minutes, you know? You're not going to do that. If you think you're going to do that, then, you know, you're wasting your time. Stay away from it. Because it ain't going to happen. But, and this is a big one. For me, I enjoy the tower maybe a little bit more than most. I think that the tower gives people a whole new way of enjoying the game. Because, for example, okay, in previous expansions, I want to go to a dungeon. I can't get enough people to go to that dungeon with me. Oops, I guess that means I can't go to the dungeon. Not anymore. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's solo. You do it for really good pieces of gear equals legendaries. You know, that is one thing that I do have to say I am a little bit torn about. So many people are so excited about the legendaries, and call this being old school, call it being whatever you want. But this is my personal belief on it. I'm not sure I like the fact that you can go in and create your own legendaries, you know? Yes, I understand, but you can only have one legendary on you at a time. But I'm old school. I think that the absolute best days we ever had in the game, as far as that aspect, was back in well, back in vanilla, so to speak. Not what we have now, not classic. Classic's okay, but it's not the same as vanilla. Many people will tell me I'm wrong. It's not. It is close, but it's not the same. And I don't know. For me, I just I liked the way it was back then because, hey, you know, this person went to Molten Core. They got a legendary because they kept going back. They kept getting what they needed, and wow, man, they got them one heck of a legendary. You know, they now had Thunder Fury. You know. Mm-hmm. But you know, I guess for me, I like the idea that I don't like the idea that there's so many legendaries floating around this time around. Uh, call me call me silly, whatever, but that's just my thoughts on it. And you know, the reason I like I said, but I think that is simple. If you have too many people running around with legendaries, you know, and I know right now, no, we can't have a full set of legendaries. But note how I said that for now. Okay. I do believe that in the end, Blizzard will make it to where we can have a full set of legendaries before it's over. Now, I may be wrong, but that's what I think will happen. I think by the time that Legion or by the time that Shadowlands ends, everybody and its grandma will be running around with a full set of legendary items, and then, you know, where do you go from that? You know, I mean, for real, where do you go from that? You know, are you what are you gonna pick up but you need for that? You know, uh, what's going to be an improvement in the next expansion? If you're already walking around with a full set of legendaries in Shadowlands, what are they going to give you next? You know, so I guess it's just an example of me being just a wee bit old school on things, you know. Well, that's also, and this is another prime example. I don't care for the fact that you have to be, um, that you have got to have a level 60 to learn the mounts, you know. If I'm out here and I'm doing something and I get that mount, then I should be able to learn that mount immediately. Not later, immediately. You know? And if I'm not going to be able to learn it immediately, then don't let me have it drop. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's just my personal thoughts on that. If if you can't use it, why have it, right? Okay, where in the heck is? I just come from down there and I didn't see it. But okay, there it is. And oddly, I didn't die. Wow. Okay. Okay, what in the heck am I? Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys, sorry about that. What is this? Is it like a beam and I'm burning things with, or okay? This is definitely a an odd world quest, I guess. I guess I'm supposed to be taking. Yeah, okay, I see what it is. I'm setting people on fire. Alrighty, I can get behind that. Okay, now what did I get for that? Okay, this is the two things I was talking about: the ones that give like 35 stored anime into your Covenant's Reservoir. So it is definitely from, I don't know if that's like what you need to do to Calling in Raven Draft. Okay. So what is everybody playing right now? What class are you playing? And did you change your class in this, your main, I should say, in this expansion over what it was before? Or are you still playing your same main? How you like that for a Hearthstone, guys? Nice little cosmetic. Okay, so a beast control. I need to turn it in. Where the heck did I turn it in at? Gotta pick my herb. If you guys had to say one thing that was your favorite part of the expansion and one that was your absolute least favorite of the expansion, what would it be? What is your favorite and what is your least favorite part of the expansion? Okay, so let's see what time I can. If there's any of the world quests that I just have to do. Ooh, I like that one. 278 gold. I definitely like that one. And that's what we're going to go do. Now, I cannot say how long this live stream will be going. Maybe another 10 minutes, maybe another hour, maybe another 10 days. Who knows? No, it won't be 10 days, but I mean, who knows? More or less until I get tired and am ready to give it a break. Okay, so Dread Hollow threats slain times 12 and souls liberated. How do I liberate? I guess that's it. Okay, that one don't have a little urn. So I guess he's just screwed and can't be liberated, huh? So, who do I have with me at this moment? Okay. I was wondering where the big bads was on this. I guess now we know. Oh, you guys, just wanted to ask you, how many of you have watched, and I got killed, how many of you have watched videos by student or student albatross? I always thought it was student at first, but it's student albatross. I don't know about you, but personally, I've watched him for quite some time, and I think his channel is kind of cool. So the that's the deal. Some of these guys are, I guess, some of the souls that you're trying to liberate are not happy about it, and they try to kill you. Okay. Okay. So this is definitely. I've got to say, the covenants are the one part that has me um, looking forward to the game a little bit more lately because it's something new. It's something we've not done to death before, you know. I mean, it's not something that, oh, well, here we go. We got our, you know, our table where we can do multiple different missions every day and so on, you know, because I don't know about you, but that was getting old, you know. We've done the mission tables how long? I mean, I think, what was it? It started back in Warlords. So it's getting old in a big way. And, no, I mean, yes, I know they've got them in this expansion too. Uh, but you want to do it? Great. If you don't, great. It ain't no big deal. You know? Okay, can you guys hear me? Hello? Just doing a sound check here. Let me know if you can hear me. I never will forget when I very first started streaming. I had been on live stream for a while. I'd been talking, I'd been moving around, doing things, and I had no idea that my mic was muted. Apparently, I had muted it at some point prior to the live stream, And for some reason, when I hit the button to turn it back on, it did not want to do it. So I literally, on one of my very first live streams, I think it's still up. I'm not sure. I was talking, I was doing everything that needed to be done, and then found out that nobody was hearing anything. Okay, you gotta love that. Shaman runs around, comes up, hits something, runs on, givers everything up, you die, and he givers up things, I guess. I don't know. And he didn't even have the decency of, you know, res. Come on. Okay, why am I not able... Oh. I guess there's a wall between us, huh? Be kind of hard if I could... be kind of funny if I could shoot through the wall, but... Now that would be a new kind of ammo that they could add to the game. You know, wall busters or whatever you want to call it. You more or less can bust right through that wall. Let's go up here and grab this one. Okay, final one for this quest. And make myself 270 plus gold. Ooh, 125 rep. Go ahead and kill this guy, get him out of my way. Okay, so I'm going to harp back to... You know, it would be nice if they gave you a hearth to get you back and forth. To your covenant. Kind of like what we had with the garrison. You guys remember, you know, the garrison hearthstone? I think that would be cool. Yeah, got a few extra minutes because my timer's not down. Okay. If I can get to my... Whoa. Can I get over here to Bill? Not from in here. Okay. Now I have found that there are a lot more of the treasures nowadays. There are a ton of treasures. It seems like everywhere you go there's some kind of a treasure popping up, and all you got to do is run over and open it, you know. I wish it was giving us gold now that we are max level, Because you know prior to hitting max level, you get experience, right? Well, if I'm doing a world quest and it was giving me experience and now I'm max level, that world quest now gives me what? You know, it gives me, or that quest I should say, gives me go. Why can't these? Okay, it shows, but I am at it. Okay. Yeah, I would miss it. Okay. Come on. Hopefully, everybody had a great Turkey Day, a great Thanksgiving. I know I did, but I guess the only thing it could have made it better for me and my wife would have been if my father-in-law had still been with us, but sadly, that's not a was not an option. Okay, if I jump here, I'm dead. Can I go through that door? No. And how in the heck? How am I supposed to get to that? Oh well, I'll pop one. There I go. Ooh, I was right on it. What's the timer on my heart is up, but 3 more minutes on the goblin glider. Oh, have you guys noticed they have a goblin glider and now they also have one called the Horde glider, and I'm assuming for the Alliance they have an Alliance glider. Has anybody else noticed that? Use 5. I don't know what it does, but I'm going to do it just for the fun of it. Oh, yes, I'll use 5 of those. How long will you guys pack me around, huh? Okay. Hmm. And of course, it's up here. Let's see if I can. I used to be pretty good at rock jumping in vanilla. Don't know if I'm. Apparently not now. Okay, so this better give me something good. Bunch of crap, so that's like 3, 4 gold. A few infused rubies. And some stored anime. Alrighty, well, it's better than nothing. Now I'll go ahead and heart. If you guys could see my dog right now, oh, he is sleeping with his one eye open, one eye closed, and it kind of reminds you of that saying about sleep with one eye open. Yeah. Okay, guys, and the stream will be ending in the next 10 or 15 minutes. If you have any questions, any comments, anything at all that you want to share, now's the time. I gotta figure out how to get to the area where I turn that quest in. Alrighty. And what do you give me? Let's go ahead and use VC just for the fun of it, what it gives. Okay. Huh. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, well, at least we now know how to do that. Because I literally had no idea. Okay, so there it is. There it is. Okay, so let's see what those valuable items are. It did say contains valuable items, but I'm not seeing it anywhere in my bag. Let's take a look. There we go. Okay, wow. Okay, so on that one, it gave me 6 of the chained pocket watch, 73 gold each, and another 20, so 26 in all. 2 of the Widow Bloom infused fragrance, and a piece of gear. Let's go ahead and clear this. Okay, so these items here, the grays, are going to be worth 2 grand. 2 grand. So that overall is not that bad. It could be better, but not bad. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. Go ahead and call it a day on things, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. What's left of it. Don't forget. Tomorrow is the first day of the Dark Moon Fair. So if you have any professions that you need to train or to level up, rather. Today's been a rough day. To level up, now's the time to do that. Go ahead, go grab it, and once you go to the Dark Moon Fair, grab all of your Dark Moon fire water you can handle. Okay, deposit anime into your sanctum reservoir. Yep. Okay. And here we go. Okay, wow. That was a good little bit. But, and that's all. Speak to who? I guess it's somebody over here. But guys, that will wrap this up. I hope everybody has a great weekend. What's left of it. Enjoy your week ahead. And okay, I'm getting sent back into the mall, so not my favorite place, but it'll do. Until next time, have a great day. If this is your first time being here, again, please do subscribe and have a great day.